Okay, so here we have this Xtool. This is the D6, and it would be only appropriate to install it here inside the car itself. And here you have the documentation for it, in case you need to take a look at that. And besides that, we have the unit itself. Let me put it in the side real quick. Do not eat this. The OBD cable right here. And the USB-C to charge it. Yes, it is rechargeable and it stays on. So you don't need to worry about when you connect it and disconnect it and all that. And in my opinion, that makes life much easier. Here's the unit itself. It's actually a beautiful design tool. Look at that. You see me right there too. And it has buttons only on the top. These are rubberized grips. It feels really heavy duty, like really good. And on the back, you just have the information regarding the device. And here on the top is where you have the power button that you hold to turn on or off, connection to your car. And if you open this flap here, you have where you put the memory card if you want to, and the USB-C to charge it or connect it. And besides that, we just have to turn it on. And I already connected it to the Wi-Fi, and I had to do a few things like download and all that, which, by the way, I'm going to show you right now. And really quick here before we forget, I'm downloading the software update for Mercedes. And you can the same search for Acura or whatever car you might have. In this case, I just click search Benz, and it gives you Diagnostics Benz. And it starts, it finished downloading, and now it's installing. Yes, this is completely battery operated, so you can charge it. And connect it to a Wi-Fi. I just created a quick account, that's all I had to do. And now, as you see, we are downloading what we need, and it's installing the software now, and then we'll get to the car and test it there. I mean, what else can we do? And now that we're back, I'm going to connect it real quick to the car. Let me take this plastic cover here really quick. Boom, just like that. That's always a good feeling, feeling something brand new. A lot of reflection going on, but hey, it is what it is. Let me hold this key right here to turn on. Boom. And it should turn on in a second. And it does that beep when you turn it on. And everything should be ready to go now. It auto-connected to the Wi-Fi that I connected before. Battery has a lot of it on it. And here are your main tools, by the way. You can do auto scan if you want to do such, so it will find your car. You can do diagnosis and you can find your own car. You have America, Asia, Australia, China, Europe. Mine is in Europe. It would be a Benz right there. And let me connect it real quick, the OBD2. So we are ready to go. Okay, it's connected to the car itself, and I'm gonna plug it here real quick. Just like that. That's all you need. It's very, very simple. And this would be a good time to actually turn your ignition on, but not the engine. Okay, let me turn off the blower real quick. Okay. So now, in here you can do auto selection or manual selection. But let me go to the auto scan, for example. Auto scan. It will actually find your car's VIN number, which usually, in my opinion, that's a good indicator of a scanner. If it finds your VIN number, that means the communication is good. And it's found that it's a Benz. I'm going to do automatic detection. And I'm going to blur this, but it's actually showing me the chassis 204.957, gasoline 2013, GLK 350, and the VIN number on top. I mean, how much better than that can you get? I'm going to click OK, and it's establishing connection to the vehicle. Boom. And I'm going to do an automatic scan now. And here you can check the DTC report. You can pause it. DTC list. Clear all DTCs. It will find all the problems, what you have or not have, tire pressure, TPMS. And it will turn on and off lights around the car, by the way. By itself, you'll hear noises. You'll see the radio turn on and off. You'll see lights on the dashboard. As you heard there, that's checking the AC, the blowers. It goes and checks everything. And these noises you might be hearing right now are actually being self-triggered by this device here. So it's doing a pretty good job so far. As you see, checking for signal, 96 modules. It's saying that we have there to check, and I'm gonna let it check everything by itself and do its own job. Audio command, operating unit. Yeah, I know. These are small problems. I could really care less about the audio stuff. I have some things that I intentionally disconnected because I don't need them. But we'll show you something really quick right after this is done. I know my AC compressor does not work. It just doesn't work. Simple. And I'll show you how to tell if it's actually working or not working. So now these are the problems. It's done checking, and these are the problems that it's showing us. Central gateway, tire pressure, head unit, audio command, and rain light sensor. It is actually connected, but not right now because I don't have the engine on. You can read the ECU information for it, so you can search more if you want to. Let me get out of here really quick. And I'm gonna go to AC, if I can find it somewhere. Air conditioning, AC. It shows good here because I have the AC turned off. And I'm gonna go live data, and I'm gonna go to climate control, and we need to find, this is power consumption of component, which is the refrigerant compressor. Now this is 0.000 right now. If my compressor was working, when I turn this on, let me click this AC on here, put it on max. Both are on the coldest that you can put them, and as you see right there, still stays 000. That is an indicator that my AC is not working. Look at that. You have a graph here, and that means it's not even kicking in at all. I am aware of this problem, by the way. I know I have this problem with the AC, but it's good that this machine can read it. So if it stays 0 amps, obviously it's not working. And the rest works, but I know I'll have to check it later. And let me turn back on. Let me turn it off again because I don't need it. It'll show you what some of the causes might be for it, which is actually really cool. The internal combustion engine's idle speed is unstable. Yep, it says it's unstable in both. Now what that means, probably a mechanic would know better. But usually it's just, you know, the compressor has gone out of its way to make life difficult. And besides that, let me get out of here. You can check actuator motors. You can check literally every piece. I'm just inside the AC right now, one by one. So you can check the actuator position, all that stuff that you would need. So if you're a mechanic or somebody that understands even more, you can isolate the problem down to the dot. So let me see what else we have. Fresh air circulated, air flap, actuator motors, air distribution, right blend air, left blend air, defroster. I mean, it's that easy. So let me get out of here real quick. You can check other things too, actuator valves and all that. So you can check one by one. This is getting 12 volts. That means this power supply is going to the sensor. Blower regulator, 0 volts right now. Let me turn it on real quick. Okay. Click it. I'm gonna lower this thingy right here. And as you see now, the voltage, this is the control voltage. It says 3 point something. So the voltage is kind of being applied on the controller. But besides that, it happens. Temperature sensor, evaporator temperature sensor, or vehicle interior. We check the evaporator. 90 degrees. That's quite normal right now. It's hot. So there's a lot of things that you can check here. As I said, you can do things to diagnose your car really good. So let me get out of here because we checked enough about the AC because we know the AC doesn't work. And that's, you know, the unfortunate part. And you can go to your head unit, for example, and check what's actually going on. Other actual values, development data, buttons. You can check if there's a CAN problem, which I think this is the problem we have here. Bus control units specified. We don't need the telemetrics right now, but literally you can go in details inside your car, and the screen will flash that diagnostic thing while you're doing it. That's one of the indicators that it's telling you that yes, this scanner actually is doing its job. As you see, it's in diagnosis mode. Let me get out of here. Click yes, and okay, boom. So now I'm out of diagnosis mode on the tool, and it exited there too. That is actually really cool. So let me get back here and see what else we have here. We have updates. Some of these updates are for other cars. Yes, you can do other cars. It's not only Mercedes, by the way. The diagnosis, as I said, it's kind of the same thing that we just saw there. We go here, Benz. Initializing the VCI really quick, and I'm gonna do automatic again. Click OK, and I'm gonna do an automatic scan again, and it will do exactly kind of the same scan of 96 modules. I'm gonna cancel because I don't need to, but you saw it there. Or you can go on the OBD2 itself like this here and check for engine codes and all that other kind of stuff right here. I'm gonna do auto scan. I'm gonna do the ISO 15765. I'm gonna read trouble codes. Stored codes, we have none because I turned it off, and we don't have any permanent codes, thankfully. That's a beautiful thing to not have there. You have the live data if you have anything going on right now. So you have the readiness mode, whatever you would call. I don't have the engine on, but you would check here the how the fuel is running, if it's running lean or rich, or ignition timing cylinder right here, for example. It shows you how many degrees, intake air temperature, absolute throttle position 14% right here. So you can check a lot of things. It's literally one of those tools that, I don't know, you can learn more about your car than yourself. And besides that, this is the same IM readiness. You can do it in a different module method. We don't have any stored codes because I deleted them, but you get the point. And if you get out of here, we have the special functions now. You can have ABS bleeding, BMS reset, EGR relearn, EPB, electric parking brakes, and then we have SAS, DPF or GPF, gearbox match if you need that, window initialization, service or maintenance light reset if you have it on. I don't have it. Then you have crank sensor relearn if you worked in the engine or something. On these parts, I would suggest you have to have some mechanical knowledge to tinker with this part because it's quite deep stuff. And TPMS, for example, in Europe, I don't need to do anything with it, but I'm just clicking it to show you on video. And you can check the tests, recent tests, that we have this right here. And you can relearn all that. I'm not going to click it because mine is working just fine. But if you need to, you have that option. You can do the throttle settings. Let me go to Benz right here. Boom, like this. I'll find your car right away. And here you can read the ECU information itself. Yep, we know it's a Bosch M276 VC12. I mean, this device is really cool. Learning process, clear DTCs, read DTCs. We shouldn't have any, but let's check. Nope, no found because I know we don't have any on that section, thankfully. And besides that, you have the last one, which is more options. Then you can go to settings. You can change language. You can change the unit in imperial units, which is mostly England, metric units, the rest of the world mostly, and Europe, and US units, which we have our own units here in inches and pounds, know that too. Wi-Fi connection, as I said, you can connect it to Wi-Fi. You have to connect it to Wi-Fi. Display, you can change the light. You can go very bright, or you can dim it a little bit. I like to leave it at around 50% because I really don't need more than that, but you can change it. Sleep time in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I don't want to put it to sleep, but storage right here, you can add an SD card if you want to. Right now it comes with 30 gigs or right about that. I have another 14 gigs available and I don't need more than that. But if you're repairing multiple cars and they're different, yes, you'll have to download firmware and software for them. It's automatic, by the way. You don't need to think too much about it, date and time and about. And how you do that, you go here to the updates really quick. and it will give you a lot of special functions for a lot of different cars: Cadillac, Changsheng, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Citroen, Dacia, DFFG, I don't know what that is, Dodge, Reagan, I don't know, Regeneration, I don't know for what type of car that is. That sounds interesting. GMs, GMCs, Honda, Hummer, Hyundai, Infiniti. You have a lot of cars that you can go through, and I'm not gonna do all those updates because I mean I only have one car here. But does it work? Absolutely yes. It's just there's no chance that another scanner that I have, that I'm not gonna say it, would do the same. This one definitely does a really good job. It has the special functions: OBD2, diagnosis, auto scan, and as you saw, we could trace the problem down to pinpointing the problem itself of what's going on. How many amps is the compressor taking? Are the headlights working? The radio unit, Bluetooth, buttons, head unit, steering wheel, ABS, brakes, TPMS, all that stuff you saw yourself. All in this scanner. How cool is that? It's actually a really cool scanner, and it does a really good job.